Hello everyone, and welcome to our story corner. Settle in, get cozy, and let's journey to a quiet little village, nestled between rolling green hills. In this village lived a very curious kitten named Milo. He had soft, fluffy fur, the color of midnight, and eyes as bright as emeralds. Every night, while all the other animals, the cows in the barn, the sheep in the meadow, and even the little field mice snuggled into their warm beds, Milo did something different. He would sit by his window, his tiny nose pressed against the cool glass, and stare up at the big glowing moon. He wondered what secrets it held. Was it really made of cheese, like the old story said? Milo's tummy would rumble just thinking about it. "I bet the moon has the most magical, delicious cheese," he'd whisper to himself with a little yawn. Or maybe there are moon mice up there, with whiskers made of stardust, scampering all over. His imagination would run wild with tales of cosmic adventures, far away from his sleepy village. One evening, as Milo was lost in his moon-gazing, something incredible happened. A brilliant twinkle, brighter than any star he'd ever seen, zipped across the inky black sky. It left a shimmering trail behind it before whoosh. It disappeared behind the giant old oak tree at the edge of the woods. Milo's heart leaped with excitement. His whiskers twitched and his eyes grew wide. A shooting star! He gasped, jumping down from the windowsill. "It's a real shooting star. I must find it. It must be magical." Without a second thought, his sleepy curiosity turned into a grand determination. He found his tiny backpack, a little red bag just big enough for a brave kitten, and with a heart full of courage and wonder, he set off on his quest. He tiptoed silently, his paws making no sound on the cobblestone paths. He passed the baker's shop, smelling the faint scent of leftover bread, and crept by the sleeping houses where his friends were dreaming sweet dreams. Soon he reached the edge of the village and plunged into the shadows of the whispering woods. The forest was a different world at night. The trees towered over him like gentle giants, their leaves rustling with secrets. Milo felt a tiny shiver of nervousness, but his desire to find the fallen star was much stronger. Suddenly, he heard a soft hoo-hoo from a branch above. He looked up to see a wise old owl with large amber eyes blinking slowly. This was Olive, the guardian of the forest. "Hoo-hoo, little one," she hooted gently. "Looking for the star, are you?" Milo nodded eagerly, his tiny tail wagging back and forth. "Yes." "Did you see where it went?" Olive smiled, a rare and knowing owl smile. "Indeed, it left a trail for those with curious hearts to follow." "Look closely," she advised, pointing a wing toward the forest floor. "Follow the trail of glowing mushrooms. They will light your way." Milo looked down and saw them, a path of small, faintly blue mushrooms, each one emitting a soft, ethereal light. "Oh, thank you, Olive," he chirped. With a grateful wave, Milo padded deeper into the woods, his path now illuminated by the magical fungi and a host of dancing fireflies, who swirled around him like tiny living lanterns, making the forest feel less scary and more enchanted. The glowing mushroom trail led him through winding paths and over mossy logs. The air grew cooler and smelled of damp earth and night-blooming flowers. Finally, the trees parted, and Milo found himself at the edge of a breathtakingly beautiful pond. The water was as still and clear as glass, perfectly reflecting the starry sky above. And there, floating gently in the very center, was the star he'd been searching for. It wasn't a fiery rock, but a delicate, five-pointed jewel of light, glowing with a soft, pulsating warmth. It's beautiful," Milo whispered in awe, his reflection staring back at him from the water's surface. But as he watched, he noticed the star's light was flickering, almost like it was crying. The star pulsed with a soft, sad light. It had tumbled from its home in the sky during a playful chase with its brothers and sisters, and now felt lost and alone. It missed the comforting glow of the moon and the familiar twinkle of the other stars in its constellation. In a language made of light and feeling, it communicated its sorrow. "I want to go home." It twinkled faintly, a silent plea that Milo understood with his heart. His own chest ached with sympathy. He hadn't come all this way just to look at the star. He had to help it. Milo's clever mind started whirring. The star was too far to reach and too delicate to simply grab. How could he get it back up into the sky? Then, a brilliant idea sparked in his head. He raced back into the forest to find Olive, who was waiting for him on her branch. He explained the star's predicament, and the wise owl hooted thoughtfully. "An ambitious plan, little one, but a noble one. We shall help you." Olive flew off and gathered all the forest friends. Squirrels brought strong, flexible vines. Badgers helped weave a sturdy mat from large, springy leaves. And a team of busy beavers anchored the contraption to the ground with expert knots. Together, they built a magnificent trampoline right at the edge of the pond. Milo stood beside the finished creation, his chest puffed out with pride and determination. He turned to the sad little star floating in the pond. "Don't you worry," he said, his voice full of confidence. "We'll bounce you right back to the sky where you belong." With gentle nudges from a friendly frog, the star was guided onto the leafy trampoline. The forest animals gathered around, holding their breath. Milo took a deep breath, ran, and jumped onto the edge of the trampoline with all his might. Boing! The leafy trampoline flung the star high into the air. It soared up, 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 a streak of pure light, climbing higher than the tallest trees until it twinkled happily and found its place once again among its family in the night sky. A quiet, happy cheer went through the crowd of forest animals. Milo, tired but incredibly happy, waved goodbye to his new friends and started the journey home. The sky was beginning to lighten in the east, painting the horizon with soft shades of pink and orange. He arrived back in the village just as the sun peeked over the hills, casting long morning shadows. He crept back into his house, curled up in his favorite warm bed, and instantly fell into a deep sleep. He dreamed of brave adventures, wise owls, and friendly stars. Best adventure ever, he mumbled sleepily, a contented smile on his face. And from that night on, Milo's view of the night sky was forever changed. Whenever he sat by his window and saw a bright twinkle among the constellations, he wouldn't just wonder about magical cheese or moon ice. He would smile a secret, knowing smile. A smile that said he knew a star up there, and that even the smallest, most curious kitten could make a huge difference and help a lost star find its way back home. Thank you so much for joining us on Milo's Moonlight adventure. We hope you loved it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more magical stories. We can't wait to see you next time.